Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Kansas City Royals vs Toronto Blue Jays, Oakland Athletics vs Los Angeles Angels, and Houston Astros vs San Francisco Giants, which are happening on Saturday, July 31, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. It's the talented rookie Alek Manoah on the hill for Toronto. The right-hander has been stellar in his first taste of the big leagues, limiting his opponent to 2 or fewer runs in 6 of his 8 performances this season. He has shut out the Yankees and Rays this season and should have no issues containing the Royals. Furthermore, the Royals are terrible on the road, winning only 17 of their 49 road games on the season. Mike Minor held the White Sox to 2 runs and 3 hits in 6 innings in a win Monday in his last appearance. Minor struck out 7 in his second straight quality start. It remains to be seen whether Minor and his backloaded contract are traded today at the deadline. He comes into this start carrying a 5.32 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, with 115 strikeouts over 118 innings. Check back closer to game time for updates. Alek Manoah will return from the Illinois and make his 9th start of the season. Manoah last pitched before the break against the Rays and conceded 3 runs, 2 earned, in 3.2 frames, and was tagged with a loss. The rookie right-hander has the potential to be an ace and is definitely proving his potential, reporting a stifling 2.90 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP, accompanied by a 2-0 record in 40.1 innings of work. Toronto has not been able to make up any ground on the A's in the wildcard picture. They lost 2 of 3 to the Mets last weekend and countered with a series win against the Red Sox. Fortunately, they have several home games remaining and have a rather easier schedule. They acquired Jose Barrios from the Twins, giving them 3 frontline starters in Ray, Ryu, and Barrios. Watch for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had a big series against the Royals in April, going 5 for 13 with 2 home runs. The 22-year-old superstar has 7 homers and 17 RBIs this month and is up to 33 bombs, along with 83 RBIs and a 1.086 OPS on the season. Guerrero Jr. has driven in 5 runs in his last 8 clashes. The Blue Jays stand second in the major leagues with 5.18 runs on the year. The pitching staff enters with a 4.00 team ERA, landing them 13th overall. I advise you to pick Toronto Blue Jays -1.5. The Angels are missing several key bats from their lineup as Mike Trout, Jared Walsh and Anthony Rendon are all on the Illinois at this point in time. That proved to be an issue on Thursday night as the team had only 3 hits in the shutout loss. Barry is coming off a win in his last outing, but he's only pitched 13 innings at the major league level this season and has 1 start under his belt on the year. Irvin has pitched fairly well this season with a mid-3 ERA despite his losing record. He hasn't been impacted by luck much as his FIP ERA is 3.60 this season, just 0.02 runs lower than his actual number. Oakland is within striking distance of the first-place Houston Astros in the American League West thanks in part to a strong pitching staff that has the 10th best team ERA in baseball at 3.72, the 11th best WHIP at 1.22, and Oakland pitchers are allowing opposing hitters to average only .241 at the plate, which is 15th in baseball. Chris Bassett is leading Oakland in wins with 10 and Sean Manaea is the leader in strikeouts with 137. Oakland will hand the ball to Cole Irvin on Saturday. Irvin is 7-9 with a 3.62 ERA and 84 strikeouts. Los Angeles dropped the opening game of this set as they were unable to get anything going at the plate. The Angels entered Friday 4th in the AL West, 11.5 games behind the Astros for the top spot. In the AL wild card race, the team stands 6 games behind the A's for the second wild card spot. Los Angeles finished with only 3 hits with no player having more than 1 and went 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position in the contest. The lack of offense doomed Dylan Bundy, 1-8, who took the loss after allowing 3 runs on 2 hits with 4 walks and 2 strikeouts over 4.1 innings of work. Jamie Berria is on the hill for the Angels as he takes the ball for the 4th time this season and makes his 2nd start here. He comes in 1-0 with a 6.23 ERA, a 1.385 WHIP, 7 walks and 5 strikeouts over 13 innings of work this season. Berria earned the win in his last outing, which was a start against the Twins on the road Sunday. He threw 7 innings, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts in a 6-2 Angels victory. At home this season, Berria has no record, a 0.00 ERA, a 0.50 WHIP, 1 walk and 1 strikeout in 4 innings of work in his lone appearance, which came against the Indians on May 18. Berria makes his 4th appearance and 3rd start against the A's in this contest. My betting advice for that game is to pick Oakland A's. This is a thrilling matchup of 2 first-place squads. Alex Wood continues to keep opponents in check, sporting a stifling 2.82 ERA in his last 4 starts. Greinke has been solid as well, however, I don't like the fact he has served up at least 1 home run in 5 consecutive starts. This Giants team is 2nd in the majors with 151 home runs. Furthermore, the Astros are giving up too many runs as of late. They just surrendered 21 runs in 3 games against a Seattle team that stands down at 28th in ops and another 6 on Friday night. The Astros are surging with 7 wins in their last 9 games and now own the best record in the AL with some trade deadline reinforcements headed in. Houston slowed down the Seattle Mariners by taking 2 of 3 to start this week as its elite offense piled up 27 runs during the series. This will be a tough challenge against a strong Giants pitching staff, with Framber Valdez taking the mound for Houston to open the series on Friday. Houston hasn't been as good against the spread at 53-50, but has won enough outright to be up a decent amount on the money line for this season. Overs are 59-42-2 for the Astros after all 3 games against the Mariners went over the betting total. Manager Dave Roberts will have Alex Wood take the mound for the 18th time of the year, seeking his 10th win. Wood was stellar in his latest effort, limiting the Pirates to 1 run on 5 hits in 5.1 innings in a 9-3 win. The veteran southpaw has tallied a 2.82 ERA this month and enters with a 3.65 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP complemented by a 9-3 record in 93.2 innings pitched on the year. Wood has held Houston to only 2 runs, 1 earned, in 14 career innings. The Giants won 2 of 3 to the rival Dodgers this week, and their first-place lead has grown to 3 games atop the NL West. San Francisco is 3-3 on their current homestand, including a loss to the Pirates. As expected, Houston's trade deadline was all about improving a shaky bullpen, with Mariners closer Kendall Graveman plus veterans Yimi Garcia and Phil Maton coming in. That did cost 2 players from the MLB roster, with center fielder Miles Straw off to Cleveland and infielder Abraham Toro headed to Seattle. My betting advice for that game is to pick San Francisco Giants. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.